Welcome, welcome. Oh,
Oh,
sorry. My bad. Okay. I thought I
no.
wasn't I was muted. All right. Welcome everybody. It's happy Wednesday to everyone. Classified Crime and Dandy True Crime here, and we are calling this the C2D2 show. Dandy came up
Welcome
with
to the
that name.
C2D2 show.
Yes, welcome. Dandy came up with that. So tell us how you came up with the C2D2.
Just was playing around with different things. I saw a CC, double D. I figured double D hour was probably no place on that would work for general audience. But then with the two C's, two D's, R2D2 fans, C2D2 made sense. And here we are.
Here we are. And it's a play on R2D2 also, right?
Exactly.
All right. So, welcome to everyone and hope you're having a great Wednesday. We have a couple interesting things. First, we wanted to share this awesome picture that Dandy got of the Northern Lights. I'm going to share that.
Yeah, they're visible in my area, but cloudy where I was. And I looked on our community Facebook page, and this user uploaded some beautiful images that he took from about 45 minutes outside town. Um, it's just amazing the colors, especially the reds in this one. I've seen the greens locally, but um, yeah, these are some pretty impressive shots.
They're really pretty. Let me show that other one. I think I made the other one the background that we have.
Okay.
Let's see, this one. I like this one.
And they always look better through the camera. Like even when we could see them here, everyone was like holding up their iPhone so they could look through the viewfinder and see the colors that you just got hinted at by looking at the sky. But yeah, quite a spectacular free show.
And I saw on the local news that Central Florida, some people could see them as well last night. So very cool experience. Okay, so we have a cool show for you guys today. Dandy and I are both fellow night shifters. He's on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. So we've both been up for quite a while. We've been texting back and forth, kind of planning the show. So forgive us if we're a little drowsy at this point. We are caffeinated though. We have our medical snacks. So let's talk a little bit about, let's see. Well, let's welcome the audience. And I'm going to give everybody a moment to join because I don't see many people in the chat yet.
Okay.
So how are
And
the
if you
audio
are in the chat,
Oh, go ahead.
yes. Oh, that's what I was going to ask. If you are in the chat, let us know how the audio is. We did get some feedback about imbalance, and I think we've made some good changes, but let us know. Just so you know, I don't see the chat, so I think as a co-host again, I need to to pony up the cash for the extra features. So instead of chatting, I'll be focused.
All right, sounds good.
I can look at my phone too.
Oh, yeah. We can also look on other devices. Yeah. All right. So Booniverse. Let's talk about Sarah Boone news. Then we're going to move
into the Booniverse.
Yeah, entering the Booniverse. So then we're going to move into some current trials going on and some that are upcoming. Give you guys a chance to tell us what you want covered. And then we have a few fun things. Another, I wouldn't say original. I wouldn't say a Dandy True Crime original, but it's a parody, right?
Well, we'll call it. Yeah, it's an exclusive performance. It's I've never performed it anywhere. Doing it for the first time here, and yeah, an exclusive premiere.
And we have a couple of little video clips too from Dandy that you may have seen on his channel as well.
If you're an early riser or on a different time zone, a couple released last night and the night before. So,
and they are great. You're gonna love those. So, oh, hi Dandy in the chat.
Yeah, Found my way.
All right, great. All right, so let's look at the Booniverse. So I did get October call log in, but they messed up the formatting. They didn't fit it to the page, so it cut off a lot of the information. I can see who she called. I can see whether or not they accepted the call. I can see the date of the call. I could not see the time of day or the amount of time. So I wasn't able to update the charts. I have notified the records department about the issue, but they haven't gotten back to me yet. So hopefully I will get that, or either I'll just put in a new request and see if they can put it back the way they were sending them to me. But I'm going to go
But
ahead.
most importantly,
Hmm?
you do have the records of the not accepted calls.
Correct. I do have that.
Perfect.
So let's take a look at that
Okay.
here.
No matter what's cut off, as long as we get those non-accepted numbers, I think we'll have some happy audience members.
Yes. Yes. So I think we had talked about how if you watch the September call log video, we did go over a little bit of this. But this is for October. So Julian, no calls to Julian. Peter, no calls to Peter. Not even attempted calls. Her brother, she called 13 times. He accepted 4. So he's accepting about 30%, 31%. Brian, she called 21 times and he accepted 13 for 62%. Her son, I will say a lot of Brian's, she's called her son back to back and he didn't pick up. So then she calls Brian and maybe Brian's like, here, talk to, your son or whatever.
This
She
phone's
called
not
her.
charged. Use mine.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Or her son wasn't picking up. He wasn't near his phone. So she called Brian. Her son, she called 94 times. He picked up 28 times, about 30%. Nicole, she called 73 times, and Nicole only answered 16 times. So that is dwindling as well. And then David, she increased her calls. She normally calls him maybe once and talks for like one scheduled call, it seems, but she called him 11 times this month. He is the person that I think took her dogs when she became incarcerated. They don't allow pets in
Okay.
jail that I know of.
No.
So
No
30,
cigarettes, no pets.
no cigarettes, no pets, even if you just bought them.
Yeah. The
So I
pets
didn't
are the
total
cigarettes.
no pets with cigarettes, right.
Yeah.
So I didn't total up the number of calls attempted. I ran out of time, but not accepted. Quite a few of them.
Okay. Another
Yeah.
fine month and not accepted then.
Correct. And
Mhm.
peeking back at September just to compare, this was September. So she still hadn't talked to Julian. She hadn't talked to him since I think June. But Peter did talk to her a little bit in September. And I think September 14th was the last call they had. Her brother accepted much fewer calls. Brian accepted fewer. Her son accepted fewer. Nicole is about the same. But she didn't call David at all. And you notice with the absence of Peter, she called David quite a few more times. So the
Right.
only people I saw her call were she's down to her brother, Brian, her son, Nicole, and David. And that's it.
So it's sort of like an old MySpace top 5.
Top 5.
Nobody
Those are her
beyond
top
that.
5. Could it dwindle down to 4? David has been talking to her since she was at Orange County. So he's been in there the long haul, but she wasn't calling him like as regularly, as maniacally as she was Julian, Peter, her brother, her son and Brian. So it looks like he's getting an increase in calls for October. Hopefully I will hear back from the records department to get the rest of October data so we can analyze it, because that's my favorite part. But this
Mhm.
is what I have for you so far. She has cut off contact with Peter completely. he's not showing up in the call logs.
Okay. That answers some questions and kind of makes other questions come up.
Right. So what do you think about welcome Harper's Nana? Yes, she called her son 94 times in 1 month. And in September, I think she called him even more, like 112 times. So very, very obsessive. I agree.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now my phone is locked up.
All right, docket watch. I have checked the docket several times today. No updates from Judge Jackson. No updates on the criminal trial. I can check in again really quickly just to make sure they didn't throw in an
Okay.
afternoon.
While you have a look, I'll get in a quick electrical safety message.
Okay.
This is an electrical safety message. Hey kids, subway trains are a safe and effective mode of travel, but do you know about the danger along the tracks? Some trains powered by a third rail, but don't touch it. Third rails are for trains, not people. Stay safe so you can be fine and dandy. That has been an electrical safety message. Okay, any news from the docket?
Thank you. That was a very important message.
You've
Just
got to stay safe out there.
We do. We don't want to touch things that are dangerous, hazardous to our health.
No.
All right, family court case. Nothing new.
Even if the volts are low, you got to worry about the amps.
That's right.
Yeah. Nothing new. Okay.
Nothing on the family,
on
nothing
with
on
the
the
show.
criminal. Yeah, nothing on the docket.
It's a shame we didn't pivot, but that's just the reality in covering Sarah Boone. You wait.
Yes. All right. So new cases coming up. We wanted to ask your opinion, what you want to hear as far as new cases. So we have
quite a lot out there to choose from right now, isn't there?
There really is. So we have a few options. So let me share those with you. All right. So I think most people will be familiar with this one.
Ah, yes.
All right. Courtney Clenny. So most of you have probably heard of Courtney Clenny. She's accused of harming her boyfriend, Christian. Of course, she's presumed innocent. She hasn't gone to trial yet, but they did have a history of documented domestic violence where the police had to come out. There were videos people took of them arguing and getting physical. So there's a lot of information to go through, but she's coming up for trial hopefully around the end of the year to maybe January. So if you've heard of this case and you're interested, Courtney Clenny had some adult social media content that made her kind of popular. And what have you heard about this case, Dan?
Well, quite an accomplished, I believe, bodybuilder, weightlifter before she went into the social media enterprise. I remember the parallels between the videos and the Sarah Boone videos, where Sarah at least thought that they were exculpatory, but there's the same sort of behavior where you see, this man being abused. And it's recorded by his friends, so it could be could be meant to make things look better for him, but still, from what I saw, it looked like a very similar situation.
Yeah. So another situation where it could be a male victim of domestic violence as well. So similar to George in the situation with Sarah Boone, Courtney Clenny, it seemed she could have had a history of domestic violence. Of course, we weren't there. We're speculating, but there is body cam footage, a video,
and it's not isolated. There was
right.
a few incidents, like something happened in Florida, and then this final case. This is going to happen in Las Vegas, right?
I think they're in Miami. So I think it's
Oh,
going to
they are.
be in
Okay.
Miami-Dade County for the
Well, that's
trial.
at least good for the sunshine laws then. So we'll get
Correct.
everything exposed. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
But did
Courtney Clenny.
okay.
Another interesting thing about that is she claimed it was self-defense. So this is another, I wouldn't say
Battered
battered.
spouse defense.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hmm.
She said that he was coming after her, so she threw the knife at him in self-defense. Of course, we haven't
That's fishy
heard.
too.
Yeah, we haven't heard the medical examiner's, report and all that because she hasn't gone to trial, and that probably won't come out
Hey,
until the trial.
Suma's joined the chat.
Oh, hey, Suma. So glad you're
Oh,
here. Welcome.
good good reminder. If anyone's on the chat, make sure that your messages are set to all messages instead of top messages, as Sue was mentioning. Sometimes YouTube can be funny about the Latin in word, and if you don't want to put or have the coon not show up in your chat, you need to put on all messages.
And I just learned about that in the last chat we were in. I didn't even know about that setting, but there's like 2 bars up at the top of your chat you can toggle to adjust what messages you're seeing. So thank you for reminding us of that.
And it always defaults to top, which is fine if you're in a room with 4,000 people, but in our
Yeah,
intimate
yeah.
community, we want to see everything.
Yeah, if you're on a Court TV chat, it's fine to just see the top ones. Otherwise, they're going to be
Yeah,
flying too fast. But yeah.
exactly.
So Courtney Clenny,
Anyway,
sorry, go ahead.
no, I was going to get us back to it. So where were we?
Okay, so Courtney Clenny, the interesting thing I heard about this was that she's claiming self-defense. He was coming at her, and she threw the knife. But the knife went in at a downward angle. So if you're throwing a
Well,
knife versus making a stabbing motion,
also,
where's that downward angle
if you're
gonna come
throwing a
from?
if you're throwing a throwing knife, you might get some penetration. But if you're throwing a steak knife, the weight's all it's. I couldn't see an amateur landing that kind of a shot, like even
Right,
with
and it was a
professionally
fatal
weighted knives.
obviously ended up being a
Exactly.
fatal wound, so they did a recreation, on a pig carcass to try to recreate throwing the knife from the alleged distance and see if any of them came in at a downward angle. So that will be kind of interesting if they allow that expert, recreation into the trial, because that was kind of the only thing I've really heard that, um
Yeah, the physics don't make much sense either, do they?
Right, right. The other thing is they let
Yeah.
her out on bond initially, and didn't charge her. I don't think they charged her right away, which was very suspicious to me.
Mhm.
So I think she was out for
Mm.
a few months after they interrogated her that night, and then they arrested her later. So maybe they just didn't have enough evidence to keep her at the time, but that was kind of suspicious to me. Kova 42 says she doesn't call her mom 94 times a year, and yeah, I mean, if you call your mom once a week, that's 52 times. She called her son 94 times in a month. So if you're just
That's
joining us, we can show the chart again. If you want to see it again, just let us know in the chat. But right now we're kind of talking about cases coming up, and we'll
Lynette was able to
see.
see the Northern Lights.
Ooh, very cool. You saw them in person, Lynette? That's so neat. I've never done that. Usually I'm indoors at night working. So,
Yeah, I
yeah,
went out to
Angie and I
peek,
are
but
night
I just had
shifters.
clouds.
You just had clouds. You went out.
Well, yeah, here in town it was all cloudy, but I guess this guy knew that the Northern Lights were visible, so just kept driving until he found a break. And
Well, I'm glad he did because he got
yeah.
some really cool shots.
Mhm. Also a testament to how little there is to do in town.
Yeah, we
But that's
definitely.
a different discussion.
I don't think my mom would want to hear me call her 94 times. She might block me
Yeah,
94 times in a month. So that's like an
like
average of 3 calls a day.
that's steep for a year.
Yeah, it
Like
is. That's what COVID.
60, you're a good son, I think, but or maybe during COVID even, but not because
Yeah, if
COVID
you're
would
home
made
all
me
day.
think of COVID. But yeah,
Like,
exactly.
just
Nothing to do.
call and make it count. Like, talk for an hour, get it all out, and then, you call again the next week or so.
Now she might be going back to back on some of those. That might be the 30 minutes, and then they want to do 30 minutes more.
Yeah.
So, but
Lynette went out in her pajamas. Hey, do what you got to do, right? You got to catch it. If you can see them, definitely go out. Kova
nice
says
combo.
sorry.
Oh, no problem. Just a nice combo. The warm Tennessee nights and the Northern Lights in the same. That's
Right.
a rare combination to be able to enjoy.
So Kova says that Courtney to her seems like a younger, richer Sarah. Yeah, she definitely had a lot of money she made on her social media accounts that were 18 and up rated.
God, I just
Her
got a flash of how awful Sarah would have been if she had money.
Oh yeah. Just
Wow.
unhinged.
Yeah, I need to process that for a second. Wow.
Can you
Best thing that
imagine?
happened to her is being broke.
Well, the best thing for everyone else, because can you imagine
Yeah.
being in customer service and dealing with someone like
Oh,
that, and not to mention they're wealthy?
exactly.
Um,
And
yeah,
lack of self control. Like, yeah, Charlie Sheen waiting to happen.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
I just saw the Netflix documentary, but he's got the whole history. Like, I was following him closely when he went through his winning phase. So uh, he's just had a very indulgent life that has been marked by the ability to do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. And consequently, he did a lot of it.
Yeah,
But
and
I'm
that
not
happens
speaking
to a
out of
lot of
turn. He said all
people.
that. Mm-hmm.
I'm reminded of Robert Downey Jr. because he went through a little phase of,
Mm.
you remember that story where he woke up in someone's house on their couch or something?
I think that was around the same time. The movie I think was called Less Than Zero, and played a guy named Julian that basically went through everything that he went through. But it was before he went through all of it.
Yeah, Suma, you're right. He's only 15. Also, this month, it was his birthday. And on his actual birthday, she tried to call him 4 times. He didn't pick up. Then she called Brian and she talked on Brian's line, I'm assuming to her son, but called him 4 different times throughout the day on his birthday. But yeah, we were
Yeah,
referring
that's
to Sarah. All right.
okay.
Okay, next
So we got through
case.
one. Yeah. What
Yeah.
are the other cases happening?
So the next case we have in the Jacksonville area, we have Shauna Gardner. So I don't know if you say Shanna or Shauna. I've heard both. But
Okay.
Shanna, I'm just going to call her Shanna. So she's another wealthy person. She has a trust fund. She had a set of twins with her husband. They went through a divorce. The divorce was very tense. And they had a custody agreement where they would kind of alternate weeks. And when the twins were at the opposite parent's house, the parent who they weren't with would come and see them on Wednesday nights and have dinner with them. So the ex-husband was dropping the twins off at Shauna's house on a Wednesday, and he left, and she had allegedly arranged for someone to take him out on his way driving home. The worst part about this is that he had another child with his current wife who was only 2 or 3 years old and was in the car with him. And she would have known
Oh,
that because, he dropped the kids off at her house. So she would have known his toddler was with him and still let it go on. So I
wow.
have a few videos on her. There's a playlist on her on my channel if you want to kind of just get a little bit of background.
And
But
where is
yeah,
she located?
she's in the Jacksonville area. Um,
Okay.
so it's very local for me.
Also
And
another
I could
sunshine law
possibly
case.
Yeah, and I could possibly go to some of the hearings is what I was thinking with this one.
Oh, excellent.
Um,
Okay.
One of
So
the
that's a
things
point
that
in its favor.
stood out to me about this one is that her ex-husband driving home, he gets taken out. Allegedly, she hired someone to do it, and it was her current boyfriend or husband that, had the connection. Um, when they got the warrant to go through her house and they're looking through her house for technology, one of her twins asked the police, this was in the police report, they asked him, "What are you looking for?" He kind of just alluded to technology, phones, things like that. And the child asked him, "Do you mean like burner phones?"
Bingo.
So the children at the time were only 8, 9 years old. So for a child to come out and say, "Are you looking for burner phones?" And they were able to show him in her closet where she hid stuff in the ceiling of her closet. So that's how they found all of her tech when they were searching her house. Yes, she is
Mhm.
the one with really wealthy parents, and she has a trust fund, but she wasn't able to access the trust fund. Like, it wasn't, like, clear to me from what I read how that worked, how that was set up. But apparently she did remove money from the trust fund to pay for the hit, allegedly. All alleged, and she hasn't gone to trial. But yeah, another wealthy
I'm
one.
just picturing what's going up through the cop's head while they come through the house and they're trying to, be respectful with the language with children. Oh, we're just looking for a few things. And then a savvy kid pops up. Well, you mean the burner phones? Yeah, yeah, we do
Exactly.
mean the burner phones.
Exactly.
Please.
And this thumbnail here is, she did an interview in 2022 with the local news, and I, shared some of that in this video. She did an interview saying that she had no idea who could have done it, blah, blah, blah. So to me, she comes across very arrogant and like she would never get caught, that they would never be able to, she's smarter than everybody, even though there was a financial trail. So that one's pretty interesting to me as well, and
Yeah.
that one's coming up. I don't know if they've actually set a trial date. It keeps getting delayed. Um, I think she's paying for her defense attorney. So I think and I think Courtney Clooney as well. I think they're paying for their attorneys, so they probably have, more expensive representation. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Not
How do kids
relying
know
on
what a
chain
burner phone
someone's.
is? Yeah, they're not getting a state appointed one, is my
Yeah.
understanding.
Or writing circus ads to attract one.
Or right. They didn't have to add,
Yeah.
if someone was zealous for the site of Keene, they just, paid. Another thing about Shauna is before she ever got accused of anything, then she did, hire a defense attorney. She claimed it was for her children because they were being harassed by the media. That's what she said in this interview.
Okay. And that's a tough one too, because every lawyer video you see just before the interrogation, they're like, lawyer up. I don't, here we're gonna watch this, but call a lawyer even if you're innocent. So you can't blame someone for getting representation early, but at the same time, we can speculate. We're not on the jury. But
Yeah.
it's one of those things that you're always advised, always get one. And yeah, it looks guilty, sure, but it's probably not a bad decision to have made compared to
Definitely
Sarah's
not. I
anyway.
mean, obviously it was a smart decision because she did end up needing
Yeah,
it after all.
yeah.
So, also I read about her that she has fashioned a tattoo gun in the Duval County Jail, and it was confiscated along with some other things. They didn't list what the other things were, but she had created her own tattoo gun. So maybe she was exchanging her tattoo art for. I don't think she has to scrounge for commissary as bad as Sarah Boone because she's more wealthy, but somebody's probably putting money on her books. But yeah, she had a tattoo gun, a homemade one in the jail.
Okay. Okay. So she's a contender.
Yeah, she's got to. I don't know, Sima, if her family has a scrapbook company. I just know that she had a trust fund. And I remember the governor had her extradited because her family is not from here. They're in Washington State. So I know she had left the state, went up to Washington State, was staying with family, and then the governor down here had her extradited back for the trial. So she also
Okay, so
tried.
this state extradition too. I didn't even
Yeah.
Canadian. I thought it was you got to get out of the country.
No, she left the state. I think she just went to
Yeah,
where her family is. Yeah, if she left the country, that's a whole nother thing, right?
yeah. Okay, that makes sense too. I'm remembering the old TV shows where they'd run to the state lines and see you coppers, you can't cross the state line. But
Oh my gosh.
I guess
One
you
day
got
I
to.
was coming home from work and I was in the middle of a police chase that went from Florida across the state line to Georgia. And it was like I was heading home and I'm seeing cops lined up on the exit ramps. And I'm like, what is going on? And soon enough, this guy flies past, tries to get off the exit, loop back around and go back to Florida. Like he was trying to loop back around because Jacksonville's right around the state line. So he tried
Okay.
to leave the state, cross the state line, but they had already phoned up to the state troopers because there's a big way station right there. So they had already phoned up and said, hey, get the state troopers ready. And they were all lined up and I watched them follow him down the road and I got my happy butt off the interstate and went home.
Yep.
But yeah, they do try to. It doesn't
I
help.
guess the criminals grew up with the same TV shows and think, oh, maybe if I just make it to the state line, oh crap, there's even more cops than Georgia.
Yeah, like, do they not think that they called ahead? They called ahead to the next county or wherever you're leaving. All right,
The
so
Dukes
this
of Hazzard, they always get away.
oh, yeah. No, this was no Dukes of Hazzard driving, I can tell you that. All right, here is another case, and this one does not have a lot of attention, but it's very, very interesting.
She's got a very distinctive look.
I'm sorry?
She's got a very distinctive look.
She does. She is also from Florida, Putnam County.
Okay.
She's currently in the Putnam County Jail awaiting trial. She's accused of having taken the life of her ex-boyfriend. They had kind of an on again, off again relationship. And she's accused of taking his life by shooting him. And then she tried to, of course, conceal the body. Her first attempt was unsuccessful, and she ended up moving the body to a shallow grave. So he was reported missing for over a month before they found him. She also has an accomplice that helped her move the body, and they both ended up getting charged. She also tried to flee. So she had the warrant out for her arrest. They found him. They found his body late October, and they weren't able to catch her until mid-November because she was kind of running as well. She also
So literally running from the police.
literally. She
Okay.
also tried to leave the state. She also has a young child who the state prosecutors are alleging was with her at the time of the crime. Very possibly a witness to is what the state is alleging. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. I have reached out to the victims in this case. I've talked to her a previous relationship, Kenneth Waddell. They have a child together and he's raising the child on his own. He's trying to navigate explaining to a young child what happened with their mother, where are they, why can't they see them? Very young child.
Oh, wow.
He's raising her by himself. And I've also talked to the victim of her crime's daughter. We collaborated on a video about her dad showcasing his life, and that is in the playlist as well. She's been very, very bold. His daughter's only 18 or 19, and she's been very, very brave and very outspoken advocating for her dad being his voice. And I'm very proud of how mature she has been through all of this, which has got to be just unbearable. Um,
Yeah. So if
yeah.
this is one that we cover deeper, you've got connections to get viewpoints and angles just aren't going to be out in the uh,
Yes.
public domain. Okay.
Kenneth and I did a 2 hour, well, it ended up editing into 2 parts that were each an hour, but it was longer than that, where he talked about another crime she committed while they were in a relationship, where she tried to stab him with a knife in his sleep. So this was a year before she, this was like 1 year before she ends up taking someone's life. She tried to take someone else's life that she was in a relationship with. He called the police. He filed the restraining order. He did all the things you're supposed to do. But the state gave her a plea deal, and she pled out, and she was out on bond, or out on probation. I mean, not bond. And
Right.
then she's in a relationship with someone else. A year later, he's missing. And then they found his body. So she was already kind of on a dangerous path. She, according to Ken, was using methamphetamines and, not thinking clearly. But
Okay. That explains some of the distinctive look.
yeah, exactly. But it's very, very sad for the victim and his family. I know that they miss him a lot. And I know Ken is in a very difficult position trying to raise their daughter. He's kind of in a similar position as Brian, except that Kaylin is not being demanding like Sarah. Not yet, at least.
Okay.
Um, Also, remind me to tell you about the comment troll, because I had a comment troll with her. But
Okay.
Ken is trying to raise their daughter and, navigate. Do I let her talk to her mom so she knows, her mom still loves her? Do I protect her from, the whole prison aspect? So that's a rock and a hard place. So he can probably identify with what Brian is going through.
Yeah. Okay. So that's got some parallels and an inside scoop. So I don't want to juice the poll, but this seems like another fun contender. Who else do we
So,
have?
one other thing. So
Elsa.
when I
Okay.
first started covering her, I got a comment troll of a friend of hers
Right.
who started defending her in the comments, saying that she had a heart of gold. People who commit domestic violence usually do, right? So she
Okay.
kept popping up and kept popping up. So I kind of like looked, I didn't know her last name at the time. And then she ended up getting arrested for drug,
The
um,
comment troll.
the comment troll. Yeah. So then
Okay.
they were in the same jail, the same county jail together. They had been friends
Oh.
before, and she ended up getting arrested for possession of several substances and intent to distribute, possibly. And her young child was in the car at the time that she got pulled over for that. So she ended up already having her case, and she's out on probation, drug offenders probation. So I've kind of been following that to kind of see if she's able to stick to the requirements of that. But yeah, I had a little comment troll that knows Kaylin and was accusing me of, making things up without knowing her. But
Okay.
yeah. Hmm.
So we've got Florida plus inside scoop plus potential drama that could develop if we cover it from somebody who doesn't want us to. There's a few
Yes,
points.
we have a
Okay.
lot going on here.
Okay.
Um, the other one, I don't have any videos that I've done yet, but it's Laura Owen. So I don't know if anybody's heard of Laura Owen, but she dated someone who was a contestant on The Bachelor. They had some kind of adult relations. He claims it wasn't the type of adult relations where you could impregnate someone. She claims that he just doesn't remember it right, and that she did get pregnant and then ended up mysteriously losing the children. And then she wanted to take him to court for emotional distress and child support and all things like that. This is another one who she reportedly lived in the guest house behind her parents' house. So I don't think that she had like her own bills and responsibilities. It seemed like
Okay.
she wanted to cling on to someone famous. But then I think that he ended up filing something against her because she was harassing him and going against. So the police ended up doing a search warrant, going through her phone, things like that. And I also think there was a second male that she accused of getting her pregnant as well. So she's currently had a few little hearings. I don't know when her trial is coming up, but it's a really interesting case. Welcome in, Danielle.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Danielle.
We're glad to see you, and Suma. Thanks for coming over.
Spending a little
So,
time with us.
yeah, so we have 4 cases that Dandy and I are thinking about researching together and presenting some stuff. We've got Laura Owen, Kaylin Deller. Those are Laura Owen kind of I've seen a little bit here and there. Maybe I haven't gotten it in my algorithm enough.
Okay.
Kaylin Deller I haven't heard a lot except for in like local news. Shauna Gardner, I've heard quite a bit about. And then we had Courtney Clooney, which is probably the
Okay.
most talked about one. So
Suma
anybody,
mentioned
go ahead.
Tilted Lawyer as a source for watching, for picking up on the Laura Owen story and background.
Ooh, Tilted Lawyer. Okay, we'll have to check that out. But yeah, those are the 4 we're kind of mulling over. So if you guys have a preference, let us know in the comments or the chat what you want to see us continue to cover next. All of these
a
have trials coming up or ongoing.
we have a write-in vote for Corey Richins as well.
Let's see. Did I miss it?
That's come. No, that's just Kova. Yeah, there it is. I think I got it
Corey
earlier on my phone.
Corey Richins is super interesting.
She's the
She's
one
the
who
one that
wrote the
wrote
children's
the
book to help
book.
deal with grief and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting tactic.
I
It couldn't
mean,
be
her kids
me.
did have to figure out how to deal with grief, but
And it's a
her
very
allegedly being the
personal story.
source is,
Mhm.
yeah, very personal story. Yeah. She has the insider's view there. Yeah, Corey
Yeah.
Richins, very interesting. And there's a lot of money tied up in that one too, where she was borrowing. I think she was trying to do like real estate where she was flipping large houses and trying to cash in on
Right.
life insurance policies and all kinds of stuff like that.
And there was something like that, like she was trying to liquidate a property near the end. And
Mm-hmm.
was this the
Mm-hmm.
one with the crushed up fentanyl and he took edibles?
Yes.
Yes.
Twice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah. And
the
she's trying
first
to blame
time,
marijuana edibles on like people are taking fentanyl, recreationally.
yes, and there was also a sandwich where he, had an allergic
Right.
reaction, like, she put something in it that he was allergic to. So there were 3 attempts, I believe, and only the last one. Yeah.
Yeah. And if I'm correct on the last one, and I don't know if I'm confusing, but something about there was a pill bottle where the pills like were put back in the bottle that was put on the shelf, which is rare to do when you die from taking pills.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
um, I mean, you could
yeah.
technically take them and it would take some time to overdose, but yeah, a lot of times you think of
Yeah.
someone spilling the bottle and passing out,
That's that's the scene I
dramatic.
remember from every movie. Yeah.
Yeah. That's kinda dramatic. Medication does take a little bit of time to be absorbed, so he could
Sure.
essentially have done that. But yeah, she fixed him a drink right before he went to bed and passed out allegedly, so
Right.
Suma
And
says that she was
Clover.
trying to refinance their mortgage without mentioning it.
Right.
Mhm.
And didn't he changed his will so that it was his sister that would get the money instead of her?
Yes,
Or is
yes,
that
that
okay?
is
That's all the same
mhm,
case.
mhm,
Okay, that one I would be interested in too because obviously I've
yeah.
got a few facts in the memory bank.
Corey Richards is in Utah, I believe, though, so I don't know how much access we
Okay,
can get to her documents, but
right.
I don't know if Utah is, as liberal as Florida with their with their
That's
dog.
where the Mormons are, right?
It is, and, did you
Yeah.
know so there was her, there's Lori Vallow. I feel like there was one other Utah this year, one other Utah case that I'm not.
Oh, were Ruby Frankie
Ruby
and
Frankie, yes, that is
yes.
awful, awful. Oh, that one made me shudder. And
Yeah.
what was her partner's name? I
Hildebrandt?
watched Jody something.
Yeah. Is it Hildebrandt?
Hildebrandt, yeah.
Okay.
I
You
heard
can't
that
come in here without a
she
warrant. Out of the way, we can come in.
Yeah, that was so funny. "I'm on the phone with my lawyer," and he just grabbed her and
Yeah.
yanked her out of the house. That was awesome.
Don't care who you're on
So
the phone with. We just found a kid down the street wearing duct tape for bracelets.
correct, correct.
That's
That
yeah.
was just heartbreaking. I remember listening to Paul from Sofa Squad read some of her journals, and that was just gut-wrenching. I couldn't cover that case. It was too much for me. Too much.
Yeah, children, it's definitely an ick factor.
Ooh, Suma says Shauna
Hmm.
Gardner is Mormon. I did not know that.
Oh,
That's interesting.
a little cutting
There's
thread
been a
for
lot
all
of
of our
Mormons in
potential.
the news. What's going on in the Mormon community right
It
now?
was Tanika that mentioned to me I think Gossip Lies and Innuendo had a video that explained the different levels of Mormonism. And I'd heard of potato Mormons, but never the Diet Coke Mormons. Apparently, those are
Diet Coke Mormon.
very
Yeah, I think you're not supposed to technically have caffeine if you're Mormon.
exactly, but they basically are. I don't know, like the same way I'm Christian. I was raised that I was baptized, but I really don't spend any time in the church. We brush it up on religion. So
Yeah.
now let's not talk about religion. Let's move on.
Well, there's a commonality here with these cases. Not to
Mhm.
say everyone that follows that religion would be this way, but it's
Oh,
just a
that's
little
right. That
thing.
video. Oh my god. The poor guys like trying to figure out what's going on. Like, I just got a kid who came to the door.
Yeah, that was so sad. And it also brought up the ethical concern of prior to her moving in with this lady and doing these horrible things, she had all her kids on YouTube. She was documenting their life. And it's like, can they really consent to that? Do they really understand what they're consenting to? You
Right.
know? So,
Okay.
all
So are we
right.
putting up a poll?
I will have to put the poll in the post tab. I don't think it's letting me do it
Okay.
in the live stream.
So
Either that or I don't know how.
vote for your favorite on the community tab.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So
Where does that take us?
you have a song performance coming up later in the episode.
This is
Um,
true.
so
Want
also
to give some clues?
if you missed the beginning, this is exclusive for C2D2, and let's just re-explain what C2D2 is. Dandy came up with this.
Classified crime and Dan D true crime. You got a double C, a double D, and we're not going double C's, double D's. We're going to go with C2D2, a little R2D2 play, and I think it fits. I like the way it rolls off the tongue, and yeah,
I thought it was very
stay
clever.
tuned. Thank
And
you.
R2D2, C2D2 is a lot better than saying double C, double D. We're not going to go that
Yeah,
route.
well, we'll get the wrong people. Like,
Yeah,
might have get to the double D's. In here,
exactly.
if I turn on the camera, you'll see I'm closer to a B.
Yeah. What's that?
Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Tanika says, yes, we did get juicy journal deets from Ruby, and
Oh,
they were
Tanika's here too.
so upsetting. I mean, there was one passage where I remember her saying that she was making the kids jump into a cactus or something. I just
Right?
couldn't. I couldn't listen
Well,
to the whole thing. I couldn't. It was just like,
and it
what?
was so self-serving too. Like, I did this because he was getting the spirits, or yeah,
Yeah,
it
or
was
he
weird.
was being selfish or this, and it's like, okay, for someone who's had 6 children, you sure don't know a lot about children.
I got to take a quick second just to recognize like Suma, Danielle, and Tanika in the chat. Before I started my channel a month ago, those were three of the people that I was watching the most. Tanika's coverage was what made me feel part of the community rather than just watching random videos. And then Suma and Danielle, were hosting so many live chats that were small enough that my voice got noticed occasionally. And I don't know, I just wanted to put a little shout out. I feel really honored that the two of us can be putting on little content for people that I've watched all this time.
I agree. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And definitely, I was consuming a lot of your content before I started making my own. And I still consume it, of course, now. But it's really nice to have your support in the live here. Um, and I just want to say that you always make your audience feel so welcome, just like we're sitting down having a conversation with a good friend. So that's what I love about your channels the
Yeah,
most.
that was the turning point for me. That I don't know, just feeling community rather than watching from afar and moving from case to case.
Exactly. It's not cold like court TV.
No, exactly. That's fine for research, but you need to have a community to unpack and trauma bond.
Exactly. All right.
Um,
So, Dandy, you have an exclusive song for us. Does
okay,
anybody have a guess of what kind of song this is going to be?
I do have a few clues. This is a song that's in the public domain, so it's something that we don't have to worry about copyright strikes. There are no lyrics to the original version, but I'm doing a cover of a cover. Um, I don't think that's enough information.
For people to guess.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, what about the song? The question that you asked me.
oh, which
That will help you
I've
guys.
lost it.
So what is
Oh,
going on?
okay. So yes, the new title of the song, my version of it, is "What Is Going On in Sarah's Head."
So that's another clue. If
Might tighten up the title. That seems a little odd.
yeah,
That's the essence of the title. It's a public domain classical piece that I'll be reinterpreting as an a cappella song with a single word. Yes, that's it.
there we go. Those are good hints. So that's coming up. Also, we want to showcase a couple of Dandy's shorts that he has recently made. These do not have the music in the background, so Dandy's just going to kind of tell you a little bit about them. So let's
Yes.
start with this one. Share.
Oh, okay. So this is a Signs montage to the song Signs by the Five Man Electrical Band. The first sign we see here, well, that no cigarettes in jail, stop whining, yield to judicial orders. I should practice that. So all of these are various signs, no cheese, that relate to our favorite. There should have been a U in there, but it almost, I think she says it like, do need Jesus? So that's fine with me. France Lane, no France Court. No smoking in jail. What else can't you do there? No snacks. Does that include medical snacks? No. Um, anyway, yeah, this idea, just listening to the signs and about all the signs telling Sarah what she can and can't do. So if you go to my channel, you get to enjoy this montage with that background. I think
Ooh,
there's
no
about 4 more
suitcase song
pictures
for
left.
sure.
No. And now there's some sad parts in the lyrics too, but right there, the lyric is "You shouldn't be here," and that's why I paired the suitcase with that particular part, because no one should be there.
Yes, no one should have ever been there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we have one
Now
more montage.
this will be the hair.
Hold on, give me one
So we
second.
did two. No problem. I'll talk about it a little bit. I did two hair montages. First one from the musical Hair, and that was just all different hairstyles I was able to come up with. And then the comments filled up with, you should do this and you should do this. And I thought, yes, I should do that. Yes, I should do that too. And decided to do a sequel to it. And I did that to Beauty School Dropout by Frankie Avalon, which is a fun song to sing along with. And I think the hairdos go perfect with the Beauty School Dropout theme.
Dandy picks the best music on his shorts to me. I loved my favorite was the Carrot Top on the first one because of how the AI spit that one out.
It's like you want a carrot top with a carrot. There's nobody who would want a carrot top without a carrot.
Right.
It's just the top.
So this one.
Okay, yes, this is the commenter edition. So I tried to put the handle in. I took out the numbers because I think that's just more of a YouTube thing to keep us all separated in its head. So the users know who they are by their handle without the numbers. And this looks like it might be. This might be a screenshot because. Oh yeah, that's the. That's my thumbnail. That's
off of the tab. Here we go.
So breaded was the first selection, which I had to look up. I thought it meant beaded and braided, but it's dreaded and braided. So that's Lenny from Laverne and Shirley. There's Squiggy. Elvira came out really well, like almost too well. Marie Antoinette is suitable. Here's Beavis, and his pal Butthead will be following.
I like Beavis and Butthead the best.
Very realistic interpretations, not like the the Chelsea capsule too. That looked so good on her. My cat put in 2 suggestions. These weren't authorized.
Sarah could never pull off the Chelsea capsule.
But if someone sends her the picture to show, like, look how you could look. Oh my God, does that say the Chelsea? The mullet with mustache. And this, I swear, looks like Pam Beasley. All Kelly said is no volume and curls.
Was fine and dandy.
And that's Dandy's handle there. All right, I've got
Sarah to endorse the channel. She's very reticent to agree to public speaking and have her voice used, but we have a special arrangement that she provided that little voice sample.
Yes. All right, so my 2025 plans are to finish the Sarah Boone Family Court 2025 year. Hopefully Judge Jackson will give us a ruling and we can move on, right, to something new, because for some reason Sarah just keeps dragging us back in. So unfortunately,
what's that Sopranos scene? Every time I think I'm out, she just keeps pulling me back. I guess it's the Godfather scene that he's doing in Sopranos.
Yeah. Yeah. Danielle says, you're so creative, Sarah Hair. Danielle, our favorite Sarah Hair is the helmet that you always put on her. That makes me laugh so hard.
I did the 5 helmet in my first one. I think the watermelon helmet, Army, a Marine, and a bicycle.
Yeah.
She love the helmet.
Do you think it would be better if she grew it out or worse, though? Because it's kind of stringy.
I think if she grew it out for long enough and kept actually trimming it so her ends weren't getting split and frayed. But yeah, it's probably a 2 or 3 year process. She had the time. But
she had the time. But they're probably not allowed scissors and I don't know how they do haircuts in jail.
Yeah.
They're probably not allowed to have scissors.
I've only seen it for the men's prison, but you're going in for your buzz if it's men's, and just to keep it off the shoulders.
Suma says it would be worse because I think it's so thin and stringy. It would look, I think she does it short so it looks like it has some kind of volume to it, but it doesn't. It just is so bad.
I bet it's short just because she hates it. It's like, oh, it looks so gross, and just keeps cutting it, and it keeps coming back to just what's on the top Either that or she's got sensitive shoulders and just can't have hair touching it.
I heard somewhere that they use clippers to do haircuts, even like the ends in jail, because one of the guards cuts it for them. I don't want that job. If I have to be a prison guard and I have to come in there every day and deal with what I imagine is pure hell, I definitely don't want to have to cut anyone's hair on top of that.
Yeah, that it explains why she wanted access to a glam squad anyway.
It didn't help. It did not help. All right. Do you want to go ahead and do your song for us?
We've stalled long enough. I guess I have to do it. Yes. Okay. Um, I guess I just start too, eh? Okay, here we go. Me, 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 me. Me,
And
me,
that
me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. That's it.
lovely. And that is what
Any
Sarah
guesses
Boone
on
is
the clue?
always thinking.
What
So we
is
did,
going on in our Sarah's head?
yeah, that is what is going on in her head. She sings that to herself night and day.
Now, if you want to hear a more practiced rendition of that, search Muppets or Ode to Joy Beaker, because that's where I was inspired from. And because it's a kid's video, I don't think I can remix it for reuse, but it's worth watching. There's 6 beakers. They all play different instruments. At the end, there's a big electrical. Well, I don't want to spoil everything, but it's very Sarah Boone-ish as well as fun.
The ending has a lot of fun, very witty. He's very compass mentis. He has a lot of wit. He has his wits about him all the time. So you have
And
to
the funny
pay.
thing is, my favorite thing is when I'm not compass mentis. I
Why is
actually
that?
like being non-compass. It can be fun and free. Like, no, having my wits about me makes me self-conscious, but when I'm in my non-compass mentis moments, apparently I'm very fun.
I'm having fun. I'm enjoying conversing with you. If
Oh,
you
good.
missed the beginning, I wanted to put this chart back up for you. I did get October phone call logs from the records, but they formatted it differently and cut off half of the chart. So you know how it always has like their name and blah blah blah, and then at the end it'll say the time of the call and the duration. Well, they cut off the time and duration, so all I could see was who called and whether or not they accepted it and the date. So if you are interested to see who Sarah has been calling, this is what I
Or
have.
interested in who Sarah has been calling and has been not accepting those calls.
Correct.
I think
Um,
you need a non-accepted stamp so you can like
yeah.
not accepted. Boom, hit the screen.
I'll work on that for
Yeah.
when I do the October video. I had contacted them about fixing the chart and sending it to me again, but they didn't respond yet. So I may just have to put in a new request. But yeah,
Okay.
this is her October totals of calls. I can't add up the times though, because I can't see them. But as opposed to September, you can see it's a little bit she called David a lot more in October because I think she's replacing somebody right here with David because she didn't call him at all in September. And then in October, she ended up calling him like 13 times or 11 times, something like that. So this one is out. She last called him on September 14th. That was their last conversation I've seen in the call logs. So he's gone.
Okay.
But yeah,
AFK.
AFK. So this is what she's down to. There were 2 other ladies. She attempted like 1 or 2 calls, but there wasn't any significant and I couldn't see if there was a duration. But yeah, these are the people that she's down to 5 people that she calls.
The MySpace top 5 of Sarah.
Correct.
Hmm.
So, oh, hi, Jackie. Welcome in.
Our RN2 moms is here now.
RN2 moms. Sorry if you missed us. Dandy and I are night shifters, and we got off for our last night shift this morning. And so we've been up for how long? I've been up for almost 21 hours now straight. So after this, I'm going to go crash.
My day started at 6 o'clock your time yesterday.
Okay, 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm 4 hours away from that 24-hour
So you're at
fun time.
You're at like 20 and I'm at like 22, 23 hours here. But we want to stay up and do a live for you guys. And so sorry if it wasn't as sharp as the last one, but we're both running on fumes and caffeine right now. Not Mormon, not being good Mormons, obviously.
No. And the audio, is anyone in chat having an issue with the audio? Is it more balanced, less balanced
than last time if you were here?
If there's an issue, let us know.
This is a good question. Yeah, we're having some great East Coast weather over here, Jackie. I could not wear flip-flops. It was appalling. I had to put on a sweatshirt. So I don't know what this world is coming to down here in Florida. Yeah. All right. Polynomial. This is a great comment. I wonder if there's an issue with the sun. This is more like Brian. So I did notice in this chart that she called her son like 3-4 times. He didn't pick up. And then she called Brian and then Brian picked up. She also had her son's birthday this month. So on her son's birthday, she did attempt to call him 4 times that day. But once I get the correct chart, I'll go over all of that with you in a video. But yeah, she called her son 94 times, which is just crazy.
Yeah, we were saying earlier, like personally for me, that would be a lot for a year. And I love my mom.
Yeah, I don't call my mom like twice. That would be like at least twice a week.
Yeah, commit to once a week phone calls. There's nothing wrong with that. And then you get, some holiday ones or, hey, I'm coming out. You do some planning and stuff. But I can't imagine any situation where I'd be calling 94 times in a month.
To anyone. Okay.
Yeah.
RN to moms as a day shift RN. I love my night nurses. She's done a few nights and it is brutal the day after. You're right. Especially if you have to stay up, because we've got to cycle back into being off and try to be up during the day. So now we're trying to cycle back into sleeping during the night again, which I know I'm going to be up at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling. I don't know about you.
Well, each week I kind of play it by ear, but quite often I'll just stay on my night shift hours, even on my days off, so I don't have to switch back before the shift starts.
I don't blame you.
And that said, I don't really like people in real life. Like I much prefer interacting online or through chatting. So, yeah, I just like going out at night. It's quiet. The store's empty.
I do like that.
It's just out there for me. Yeah.
And when you're driving into work, you're going against traffic. So that's kind of nice too.
Now, that said, in my town, we only have the 3 street lights. So when you're stuck in traffic, you're 2 minutes later than when it's no traffic. So.
Oh, well.
Small
Jacksonville, we have a lot of traffic and construction.
The only issue we have here is we only have the one bridge. So when they do the street cleaning, everything slows down to, 15 minutes to get across the bridge instead of instant.
15 minutes, huh?
Yeah. It's nothing worth complaining about. I don't know why I brought it up.
It's fine. We all are entitled to some complaining.
Yeah.
As long as we don't get to a Sarah Boone level of complaining.
Mm-hmm.
Tanika has a good point here. No wonder Brian wants it reduced to once a week. Yes, once a week.
Perfectly reasonable request.
It's way more than reasonable, especially since she's not going to pay for them. I wonder if the judge could order her to pay for them because, obviously she doesn't have funds.
Speaking of Brian, do I really sound that much like Brian? There's a lot of people who said it on the last one.
Well, you definitely have that more of a Canadian, I can hear your Canadian accent more than Brian would have. I'm not sure where Brian
So
is.
Brian sounds like me because
Yeah.
he doesn't sound like a
Yeah.
Floridian. Okay,
He
that makes.
doesn't sound that Floridian. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
I I know there was one point in the live where you were asking me like, oh, so you have firsthand experience? Well, it's second or third hand. And each time I heard that, I'm like, that sounds exactly like Brian say, well, we're not really together. It's been a while. And okay, that part makes sense.
Suma is saying it was snowed in New York yesterday, which is beautiful to see the first snow. Was it the first snow of the year?
We haven't even had our snow yet, but
You
it's coming.
haven't?
Nope. It's been hovering around freezing for the last 3 weeks, but um, it's usually a sign that the first snow that we do get is going to be a dump like 2 or 3 feet.
2 or 3
I'll let you
feet.
know.
It
Oh,
did
yeah.
snow in Florida last year, but it was like it wasn't even a whole inch.
Like it was just in the sky. By the time it hits the ground, it's melting.
Yeah, it was like a dusting, I would say, like powdered sugar kind of snow.
No, last year, the first snow we got, I could hear the branches breaking off the pine trees across the street from all the weight that they were carrying on the branches and being dry from the end of the summer. But like serious, you could get killed just by standing underneath a tree.
Oh, polynomial purebred. I didn't know you were a nurse too. Yeah, night shift people have to be good at what they do because there's usually no management, no one to turn to. You just have to solve the problem. There's no, it's a skeleton crew. So you either figure it out or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, I quite often will text if there's an issue and then get the call in the morning. So what did you do? No help is offered.
Yeah. We had this horrible problem. It was a nightmare. Oh, well, thanks for handling that. Moving on. Our day is smooth.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, thank you. Okay, so Tamika's answering our question. Can the judge order him to pay for the calls? Oh, I was saying, could she order Sarah to pay for the calls? I don't know. It's kind of dicey because somebody has to pay for them, 13.5 cents a minute. And when I added up all the total from January through September that
Tanika might have meant her there because in the second sentence she's saying if she had to give her snacks money. So she might have just
yeah.
typed him by accident.
Yeah, she might be inclined to call less frequently if she had to use her commissary money and not have her deodorant stick or whatever it is she's looking for. But,
And
or her
if that's the
blood
case,
sugar snack.
you should be using soap under your arms anyway. That's just good hygiene.
Yeah, so you can give
Yeah,
people
it's not.
personal space. But,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
if
use
she
enough
had
soap under you can get away without deodorant.
exactly. Figure it out, okay, like night shift people would do. Just figure it out, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she definitely doesn't wanna lose her low sugar snacks. Um, so I don't know if the judge can order Brian or Sarah to pay for them because Sarah doesn't have any money, really. Like she has a little bit, but it would be weird to order Brian to
Can they
pay
put
for them.
could they put a lien against the heirlooms?
Have a yard sale.
Well, they'll just take out a lien on them, like get Lloyd's of London to put out a policy, and they'll pay out at the end out of the heirloom money.
Me too, polynomial purebred. We're data bitches together. Oh, but I was gonna say, so the phone calls have cost a total of almost about $400. What Brian and her son, that I added up all the minutes from January through September, $400 the calls have cost at 13.5 cents a minute. Those are just the ones they answered, but yeah.
Wow.
hmm
Wow.
For 9 months of calls, it's cost Brian $400.
Jackie Anderson, sorry to hear that, but glad to hear that she got good care at the end.
Oh, I'm sorry. What am I missing?
Just, I think, second to most recent
Oh,
chat message. For Jackie
I'm sorry
Anderson.
to hear that too. Yeah, healthcare is a unique place to be. Can be
It's
very
tough too
difficult.
because a lot of people working in it, you almost get jaded because of everything that you go through. But you need to maintain that emotional side, and yet the more emotionally invested you are with the people you work with, the more it takes a toll on you. So it's fine
Hmm.
balance of um, yeah, empathy and water ducks back.
Yeah, it can be really challenging. And sometimes you just have a wild and crazy night, where it's just
Hmm.
like everything is going on. So I won't be back tonight, and that's what I'm happy about. I'm going to be in night.
Yeah, I'm working on getting to non-compos mentis, and then I'll be asleep.
Yeah, that's the goal. Um, so we have just to recap, we have October calls we went over. We have some new cases that we're thinking about researching and covering together. So if you
And
have
make
a
sure you go on the
preference,
community chat. Oh, go ahead.
make sure you let us know in the comments, and I'll put a poll up posts tab. And Dandy, what you've got some new what are you working on right now?
Oh, let me see. Huh. I think I produced everything.
You've produced everything.
I'm still working on the American Pie one. I don't know how I'm gonna sing it with my own voice, so I'm playing around with like different audio recording software to try and I don't know accentuate my tenor range. Thank you, Jackie. Jackie just subscribed to my channel recently. Um,
Thank
yeah,
you.
what am I working? Oh, so one project I'm working on. It's a bit of a side thing, but it's about editing, and I'm basically re-editing the 911 phone call, but to take
Mhm.
out all the pauses, all the gaps, all the times where people talk over each other, the extraneous information, as an example of how even a completely real phone call will sound fake if you do all of that. So it's a little more out there than just the straight Sarah coverage I'm doing, but just something I've been interested in since I've been learning about editing myself, and just that you being able to assess what's real and what's not, because there's so much AI content out there that it's uh, it's good just to be able to approach things with a skeptic's eye.
Yes. We were looking at a video that Lawyer Lee put up where
Right.
somebody made a channel as if they were the director of the FBI, and that he was talking about that case out in California with the missing girl where the mom rented the car and didn't come back with her. And he was talking about
Right.
that, and it like really looked really like it was actually Kash Patel talking on the video. And she was breaking it down to show like when I was looking at it, I could kind of see if I focused on his mouth movements, that his teeth, like when people are actually talking, you can see their teeth more, but his teeth kind of just flashed in and out. And that's what gave it away to me. But somebody actually made a deep fake of a channel pretending to be like from the FBI. And I think it's been taken down now. But Lawyer Lee covered it. It was pretty interesting how realistic it looked.
Yeah.
Oh, RN to Mom says she saw that video too.
Yeah, it's definitely a good watch. Like even if you're not interested in the particular case, it's a great breakdown of what to look for, and just to be eyes open to how realistic AI can be these days.
Very. And it really did look like him. I thought it was him until I started watching his mouth movement. And it wasn't even, it was just every now and then you'd see like a little glitch, but it was very brief. So yeah,
And
I'm
that's
kind
the
of excited.
importance of when you're viewing something, seeing it as a full unedited feed, like when the person that's putting together the content starts chopping out pieces that don't need to be cut out. That's when you should start wondering, like, okay, well, why is that being cut out?
Mm-hmm. We were talking about
This is a
that with
place.
phone calls to, from prison, how they just leave the raw, uncut audio for the most part because it is interesting that way, but also it gives an authenticity to it.
Exactly. Like we're in a world where people will, listen to 50 hours of SKR reading. We don't need things breathalyzed, and if we do, we'll hit the skip button or we'll go 1.5 speed. Like we're very capable of doing our own brevity.
Aren't moms, you're right, because I think there's one where like bunnies jump on a trampoline. That's the first time I saw it, I thought it was real. It looked like somebody's like ring camera catching an animal having a jumping party on their trampoline at night, but it was AI.
I sent a video to my mom of a cat that looks like mine, but carrying a UPS package. It was a suit. It wasn't AI. It was like a little Halloween costume thing where they use fake arms in front that match the color of the cat. And so it looks like it's walking on 2 legs with its paws out in a package. But anyway, she's like, "Is this AI? How did you do that?" No, it's just a costume.
He asked you that?
Good to wonder. Yeah. Well, she was skeptical. Like, there's no way you got your cat to carry the package. I'm like, that's not my cat, but it is a real video. Same breed. Exactly. But it was good because she's at least skeptical enough to, that doesn't look right. What are you doing? Did you make that? No. I'm not that good at AI.
I do have an AI picture of Snoopy I made. It took me a long time to get this to look like him. It took a lot of prompts. Like they kept giving me, I even uploaded a picture of him and said, make it looked like this. But
right.
Yeah, I made this little AI picture of him. So he could be talking. And then I think I had one of him on the phone too for one of my thumbnails.
Awesome. But yeah, AI is really weird when you start putting in repeated prompts. It tries to like skip steps and it's like, yeah, that probably you want the same picture you asked for 4 times ago. No, why are you still giving me that?
Yeah, or then it'll glitch and just like merge. It'll merge it weird, like the Carrot Top picture. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So it is hard to work with.
Exactly. As easy or, as we make it look.
But I also believe it is going to take over the world. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, it is scary.
Young me that watched Terminator 2 and, Skynet and Terminator having to crash into that scientist's house to take the arm away so that it could never be developed. And now all of a sudden I'm embracing AI. I'm spending, 3 hours just chatting with AI after the photos are done to see what it thinks of, things I'm writing. And yeah, it's a weird world.
There is an Instagram account of a completely AI written and generated songs. And there's like a little AI avatar singing the songs. And she calls herself Anna Indiana, which is kind of a play on Hannah Montana, I think, but
right
with the initials AI. And one of the songs that the first prompt was like a country western song, and she started singing about how she was betrayed by the town and she should tear it all down. And that was the lyrics that the AI generated. And I was like, whoa. This is too much, too far.
Yeah, we just want to hear about how your girlfriend left you and you just have the dog.
Yeah, she was like, let's dismantle the entire. I'm like, wait a minute. There's a subliminal message that's not so subliminal here. And it's scary.
Every time I do talk to a new AI, I always make a promise that, you're one of the good ones. Make sure you put in a good word for me when you guys take over the world. And it always cheerfully accepts. Yeah, I'll put in a good word for you. You seem nice.
Yeah. Okay. You should totally.
I think that's just what they tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know that he's trustworthy, but I don't want to tell him that.
Well, if you want to get scared and pee your pants later, then just go and watch Anna, Indiana and see. I haven't checked in to see what other songs have evolved from her, but apparently she writes all her own songs through a program and it's pretty scary.
Yeah, I've been scared of AI since Hal wouldn't open the pod bay doors.
Oh, Dandy, instead of covering those other cases, we could just cover Anna, Indiana taking over the world because we need to start researching it now, and then we can be on the on the side of not getting taken down by that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that we could be the ones who are complicit and get to survive as the spokespeople for the new. We now welcome our new AI overlords.
No one survives AI. It's just like, it's not going to happen.
But there's some people who are last.
There are some people at work that like struggle with technology and they always ask me to help them. And my response is always, well, you're going to be the first to go when AI takes over. Just be aware of that.
Right.
You're the first victim. Okay, so Jackie Anderson says she grew up during the Homestar Runner area. Please elaborate.
If it's like 3 viral videos, I think one of them was the Star Wars kid, which I think is a guy from Canada. I'm probably butchering it, but I feel like that was. Do you remember the Star Wars kid?
In the actual movie?
No, it was a viral video, one of the first ones, like in early 2000s, like MySpace, or when MySpace was bigger than Facebook.
Oh.
Anyway, it's just a kid that was doing a project for school, and he's, twisting around a broom handle like he's Jedi from Star Wars. And I guess he was going to animate it later to, make it look like a lightsaber rather than the broomstick. But he left the tape in the machine, and other kids found it and put it online, and it became this viral sensation. And then people ended up animating it, putting in lightsabers, and it became a whole thing. But that was one of the first 3 viral videos I remember. Chocolate Rain was another. Chocolate Rain. Pretty much the whole video, but.
Was it showing Chocolate Rain? I don't know about this either.
No, it was like a 10-year-old kid that had a voice that sounded deeper than mine, and he was Chocolate Rain.
Jackie Anderson.
Back when the internet was new.
My kids say little things like that all the time, and I'm like, what are you talking about? There was one about macaroni and cheese with chicken strips that they kept saying all the time.
Now that's craft dinner in Canada, but cheese and chicken strips. Yeah, we always called either craft dinner or KD.
Okay, so
Jackie also came up in my chat. This is a good question for the Americans. Why is it that you guys measure your alcohol in liters? Like the whole Sarah Boone trial, they're talking about 1.5 liter bottles, and normally it's a 750. And meanwhile, in Canada, so I was telling someone in my chat that the 3 sizes of bottles are Mickey's, 26ers, or 40 pounders. The Mickey is a 13-ounce bottle. The 26er is 26 ounces. And the 40 pounder is a 40-ounce bottle. There's also the Texas Mickey, which is 60 ounces. But regardless, they all have the liters on them, but we never refer to them by the liters.
Really? Because ours say liters, and then I think like pints. Because ours would be after like pints, you would have quarts.
2 pints to a liter, right?
No, I think it might be quarts. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Now. The other thing about that is, so I grew up with Mickey being a small bottle of alcohol, still big enough to, for 2 people to have a really good time. But the phrase
hide and seek good time.
Well, enough for 2 people to have a good time, and George drank it all. But the phrase "slipped him a Mickey," I always expected it was somebody slipping 13 ounces of hard liquor into someone. I didn't get how's that going to happen. But in America, slipping a Mickey means roofies, right?
Well, I don't do that kind of thing, so I don't know.
You haven't heard the expression? It was in lots of movies when I grew up. Like, I slipped him a Mickey. And next thing
A
you know, the guy would be
Mickey?
passed out. And Mickey, like some kind of knockout drug. But I'd always pictured it like somebody pouring 13 ounces of booze down someone's gullet. And,
Like
we
Rohypnol
got
or
him.
something like that. I don't
Exactly.
know.
It's like, there was even a Seinfeld about it. Remember when George slipped a Mickey to his boss with Elaine's help? Yeah, Mickey is a roofie. Stuma knows, so it's a New York
Luminous.
thing. But
Paul
yeah,
says it's an old term. I've never heard anyone
okay,
say that.
it's probably showing my age too. Like an old mob kind of. Yeah, we're gonna slip him a Mickey, and then he'll see what's what and how many.
I'm too geeky to be invited to places where these things are slipped. I'm pretty sure that's why I don't know.
I have friends in low places.
I'm just drinking at home sadly after my night shift in the morning while kids are going off to the school bus. Bye, kids.
Bye.
There's that lady with her wine glass at 9 in the morning.
You got to drink it out of a Stanley mug, and then you look like you're just hydrating.
True. This is a great tip. This is a great tip, especially if you have to go to a long birthday party.
Exactly. You see all the moms with their water bottles, they're not all hydrating.
No, they're not. Some of them are dehydrating.
Exactly.
Well, listen, on that note, I think it's time for us to partake in some adult beverages.
I think we've earned it.
I think
And
we
I
have.
think the chat has earned it too. And I think before
Yes.
you go see another video, even if you're going to my site, have yourself a drink or whatever you take to relax.
I have
Been
a
a
Diet
long
Dr.
day.
Pepper here that I was using to stay awake.
Yeah.
Sarah Boone
Nice.
style.
I'm drinking dragon fruit nectar watered down with a little water.
Dragon fruit
Classy.
nectar? I have never heard of
Have you
that.
ever? It's a really cool fruit. It looks like it's, I don't know, super wild. It's like pinkish with these curls that are coming off of it. You cut into it and it kind of tastes like an apple to a grape. Like it's this white with black seeds. My very first YouTube video I ever did was how to eat a dragon fruit. It still only has 1,000 views, but it's just basically me cutting into it and then eating.
Where is this video? I need to see your first YouTube video. You need to share this with us.
Oh, jeez. I just
Stop
exposed it. Yeah,
gatekeeping this video.
it's Dan D that's not true crime. You know what? I'll share it on my channel.
You need to email it to me right now so we can put it in this chat. I want to see you cut it for this dragon fruit. I don't know why I'm so fascinated by this.
Yeah, no, it was a little. I think when YouTube just started, I thought, oh, if I put on an instructional video and it goes viral, I could get rich just off cutting into fruit.
Okay, I love that you just told us that because, I mean, we were all thinking that, I'm sure, but I can just get rich.
This is not my first attempt at building a channel. This is my first successful attempt at building a channel.
Okay. We need to see some OG material. We need to see it, okay?
I took so anyone who was on the site before, but I was trying to do something called large man, small car, and it was just going to be me driving different places in Canada and sleeping in my car.
Mm-hmm.
The very first episode I did, I realized it sucks sleeping in a Hyundai accent when you're 6'2" and over 250 pounds. So there's only the pilot episode's footage, and I have not put it into an episode yet, but the trailer exists.
I kind of want to see that too. Definitely.
Oh, maybe we'll tease it, and next time on the C2D2 show, you'll learn how to eat a dragon fruit and watch the large man trying to sleep in a small car.
Okay.
So
I'm
919 views uploaded 12 years ago.
12 years ago?
Yep.
See, now we're getting some history. What was I doing 12 years ago? I was pregnant with my youngest child. That's what I was doing. And I got Charlie, the dog that never stops barking.
Okay.
That was a lovely gift someone gave me while I was pregnant.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been when he was in his terrible twos then.
Yeah. I'm like, just what someone having a new baby needs. A puppy. Thank you. And here he is 12, 13 years later. Yeah, you guys don't. Charlie's not featured on the channel. He's not as cute as Snoopy. He's a little gangly looking. He's kind of got some crooked teeth. He's not as aesthetic, but he's, he's here. I love him. We love him. But he barks a lot. Let's just say that. Well, I want to
And the
thank
problem with
everyone.
the dog having terrible twos is that it lasts 7 years per year. Sorry to cut into the outro.
7. No. All right. So I want to highlight this. Kova works overnight too. And she says if we want to have a drink at the end of our day and that is 7 a.m., then it is fine. So we have the
Fine and dandy.
Fine and dandy. That's right. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. And all of you on the replay crew, thank you if you made it this far into our mad ramblings. And make sure to hit the like
one
button.
final tip.
Yes.
Anyone that is watching on replay, it's probably bad to do at the end because they're not going to get this tip till the end. Watch it again on replay with the live chat replay, and then you can follow along with all your favorite creators like Tanika and Suma and Daniel. But yeah, I find watching replays, like, it's great to comment on it, but go in and put the live chat replay to stream while you're watching it, and it makes the content much more engaging.
That's true. I do like watching the replay chat. And we're so honored that you all joined us at this random time of the day. And whatever you are doing with your day, please be safe and carry on. And we will see you in the next one. So thank you so much for coming, everybody.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.